Good morning, Angie.
Good morning,
How are
Blair.
you doing?
I'm good. How are you
Well,
today?
thank you.
Good.
Was there anything you'd like to talk about?
I've been having trouble communicating with my mother, so that's been on my mind a lot.
I'm sorry to hear that. It must be difficult.
It is. Thank you.
What do you think has caused this?
There's a number of issues. I don't know if it's one thing in particular, but it's just
Seems
uncomfortable.
to have settled in over the past. How long do you think it's been building up to this?
Um, well, we've gotten much more distant in the last 6 years. My father passed away 6 years ago. It's gotten progressively more distant.
That's unfortunate.
Yes.
You'd hope there'd be a time to pull together instead
Yes.
of falling apart. But I guess that happens a lot. They say, you know, parents divorce after a child dies, something like that. Sometimes death causes that reaction.
Yes.
It's very unfortunate, especially
Okay.
when you may need that support.
Yes. And you always need your mom.
Yeah. Well, have you been trying to have you been making efforts to reach out to her?
um, I do on occasion, but it's kind of like I have to gird myself up to do
Mm-hmm.
that because I never know what kind of mood she'll be in, and so I just can't call her and say, "Hey, mom, how's it going?" We just don't have a relationship like that. So I try to reach out like through maybe emails
Mm-hmm.
and things like that, but she hasn't been responding to my emails lately either. So
Well, if you don't mind my asking, how does that usually make you feel? And I can imagine, but would you like to describe it?
it makes me feel really bad. It makes
No.
me feel unimportant.
Mm-hmm. Well, would you like to draw or something? Perhaps anything you'd like to draw, or maybe something representing what you think is going on
Sure,
in
sure.
the relationship in both of your minds, including her, what might be
Including
going.
hers, like what might be going on for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I could say this is my mom. Let's see. My school age drawing. I'm not a very good artist.
It's beautiful.
That's over here. Um, straight lines, and then whirlwinds and confusion. That's how I describe my mom. And then me, um, I guess me in terms of how I feel about my relationship with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a terrible drawer.
Oh, it's great.
That's how I feel about my relationship with my mom. Just unhappy. And then that's how I see my mom.
Distant.
Distant and just in her own world.
In this confusion.
Yes. Confusion. She takes care of my brother who's disabled and also his daughter who who's 13. So she's got a lot on her plate.
Yes, that sounds like that would be quite a load.
Um,
No excuse for not responding to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the confusion here? It has to do with how the relationship has changed with minus your father. Do you think it's because your father was a cornerstone of your family so much?
He absolutely was. Maybe in not the most healthiest ways, but he definitely was cornerstone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think um, without that, there, a lot of aspects of our family life kind of, really shook. Because my dad was married before and has um, other children who are older
Mm-hmm.
than us, and um, they don't. The one sister that I was in communication with doesn't talk to me anymore because of the way my mom treated her.
Treated her.
Yeah, so it's just like it's just very unhappy.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Family, family should be happy. Should be a place to be able to go. But
Absolutely.
she relied so much on him, she was left possibly without
Yes.
any solid ideas maybe of how to.
She's completely dependent on him. Completely. So I can understand that. And we try to offer her help and support and encouragement. Um, but it's received at times, but you know, you can't live somebody else's life for them,
That's
and
right.
you can't make them. I mean, they have to be responsible for their actions.
Absolutely. But you keep reaching out. It's like do you do you kind of do you kind of feel like you understand what your mom might be going through? And
I
to some
do,
extent.
I do, but as a daughter,
So,
it's I don't know. I think I expect more than what she can give.
mhm. How do you think she might feel if she was?
Well, like, okay, for instance, I'll invite her to our kids' activities, and she used to be extremely involved in their life. And she says, "Oh, well, I know you're too busy, and oh, I just don't want to interrupt your life." Or I say, if my niece has an activity and I find out about it, through our conversation, I said, "Well, why didn't you tell us? Because we want to go and watch my niece because she's in choir and stuff perform." And she goes, "I know you're too busy, and I just don't want to bother you, and you have your own thing going on." And
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like I don't know what it is. It's confusing.
You think maybe she really does? I mean, do you believe she really does feel that way, and that it's not out of meanness? Maybe she really does believe it.
I do believe she does believe it, but even if I tell her, you know, it's important to us
Mm-hmm.
to be involved with my niece and support her, and it's also important for her to be involved in the kids' lives. She still
Just can't.
doesn't. She'll come out every once in a while, for an event, like every once in a while, but it's very, sporadic, I guess we could say.
Do you think she's feeling sad still over these 6 years? Maybe she's
Um, I, I guess so.
affected her.
I would guess so. I mean, they were married for a really long
Mm-hmm.
time.
Well, I like that you drew yourself strong here. That's
Mm-hmm.
even though you're sad,
Yeah,
you're strong.
I do feel strong. I feel accomplished. I feel strong. I feel solid in my family.
You drew yourself
Um,
as a solid human being.
yeah, I just, it's not at certain times, not all the time. At certain times, I feel it more. I feel the disconnect between my mother and I more than others. And I guess right now is one of those times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I know she needs support, and I want to support her, but she won't let me in or let my family in to help support.
Is it making you appreciate the support that you have from your own family, your
Absolutely.
children, your husband?
Yeah,
Makes that
absolutely. Yeah, they're
magnifies that.
yeah. I mean, it's been an adjustment not having her around as much because, like I said, I mean, she was around all the time, and the kids really miss that connection. But even with when she's with them, she's not really connected. So
It's just difficult.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I just feel a lot of sorrow.
I'm sorry. Do you see any hope for the two of you in the future? You think maybe time, a little more time, might be able to?
Um, I don't know. I've asked her to come to counseling with me.
Yeah. Well,
I have, and you know, for her benefit, because she also, has health issues and doesn't really take care of herself properly. So, I mean, it's just a whole compounded, issue. And, but she says, oh, that sounds interesting, but, then I don't hear from her for like 3 months.
mm-hmm.
And all you can do is just keep offering and just being there when you can. And I don't really know what else to do.
It seems the only thing that I would know to do is just keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for showing me that.
You're welcome.
I like you. You look like Lucy from Charlie Brown.
Do I need my booth with the 5 cent can and
Yeah.
know?
The psychologist.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Is there anything else you can say about?
Um, just
She,
that
you don't think she's very happy?
I do not think she's happy at all. No. Um, and she's expressed to me that she's not happy and that she's depressed and she feels a lot of strain from taking care of my brother and taking care of my niece. My husband and I actually have offered to uh, have my niece live with us.
It's very nice of you.
Yeah, to have maybe better opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say
To be a kid.
To be a kid, and to just have a different kind of support, a different type of home life. Because she also, she has some special needs. She has ADD, and but of course, that's been rejected. My mom actually would like that, but my brother refuses. So,
To get medication for it.
no, she's on medication, but to let us take care of her more or participate more. So
Well,
that's kind of a bummer too. It would be better for my mom because my mom would have more time because she's in her 60s and taking care of a teen. That's
yeah, it's kind of stressful.
absolutely. So I understand her stress, but like I said, the efforts to help relieve that or to participate actually as a family, right? Because what do aunts and uncles do? They pick up the nieces and nephews, at least in my world, pick up take her to the movies, and we bring her over to the house and she cooks with me and stuff. And we just have a really good time because her mom's not in